Good morning, students. Yesterday we started with our chapter Two Stories About Flying. And the first story, His First Flight, we read about a young seagull that was afraid to fly. And this young seagull believed that his wings would not support him. In fact, he was punished to stay hungry if he did not try to or if he did not make an attempt to fly. Now the mother looked at him and tries to tempt him with a piece of fish. Minute this young seagull notices the mother with a piece of fish in her beak, he got very excited and he got eager to get that piece of fish as he was very hungry. So we left at his mother had picked up a piece of fish and was flying across to him with it. So mother picked a piece of fish and she was coming across to this young seagull. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her. And when he saw that the mother is coming with a piece of fish, he was already very hungry. He became very excited and he leaned forward. He knelt forward, tapping the rock with his feet, and he is tapping the rocks, beating it lightly with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. And he's expressing his happiness by tapping with the feet that the mother is coming with the food in her beak and trying to get nearer to her as she flew across, and is coming more nearer to mother as she's coming from the other plateau on this ledge. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. Now the mother was very opposite to this young seagull, and then she stopped. She stopped in air for a time being. She became motionless, and the piece of fish was in her beak. And it was the mother was within the reach of the young seagull. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come near, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. Now, this young seagull who did not had food for the previous night was mad with hunger, and he started wondering why the mother was shocked that the mother did not come with food, and was surprised for a moment. But because he was maddened with hunger, out of excitement and anger, he dived. He dived to catch that fish from the mother's beak. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. And then, as he made an attempt to catch that fish from the mother's beak, he went down, outward and downward in the space with a scream. Then a monstrous terror seized him, and his heart stood still. And when he realized, he was fear stricken. And this fear seized him, caught him, and his heart stood still that he was in open, he was in air. The next moment he could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. But this fear lasted just for a minute, for a fraction of time. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. And the next minute, when he realizes that he's in open, he opens and spreads his wings to fly. And he can feel the air, he can feel the wind rush through his feathers and stomach and wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air, and with his taking the flight, this young sea is cutting the air with his wings. He was not falling headlong now. Now he always scared that he is going to fall head downwards in the sea. But now he was not falling because he had learned to fly. He had known that I need to spread my wings to fly. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards, and he started soaring, flying upwards, downwards, everywhere. He was no longer afraid, and he was not even afraid at all. He just felt a bit dizzy. For he just felt confused, spinning. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. And then he started flapping his wings and he moved upwards in the sky. Ga 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 go go ah. His mother swooped past him, and the mother also joined and pounced as the sun was flying, and mother also rapidly made movements downwards in the air, her wings making a loud noise. The wings of the mother. He answered her with another scream, and as the mother expressed happiness as the son is making his first flight, the son responds to this happiness by screaming. Screaming why? That it was his first flight, and the happiness turned into the excitement was in a scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. And then the family, the father, the brother and sister, they all joined in, and they're moving and soaring in the sky and flying higher than the other, and enjoying and celebrating the first flight of this young sea girl. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. And this young seagull forgot that minutes past he was scared to fly, and now he was flying all with confidence and praising himself to dive and soar and curve and shrieking shrilly, and his expressing his excitement at his flight. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Now, this young seagull goes near to the sea, and he's flying straight over the sea. He's learning how to skim over the sea surface and how to catch its prey, its how to catch a fish. And he moves over straight over to the ocean and notices the green sea beneath with the little ridges, that is wavy edges, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly, and amusedly, happily he is making a caw sound. His parents and his brothers and sisters had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea, and the parents and brother sister, they are asking him, and they have already ahead of him on the green flooring of the sea, and then they beckon him, call him, signal him to come and join and come to the sea surface. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea, and he comes down to stand on the sea, the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. Now, when he tries to place his feet onto the green sea, he felt as if he's going to sink, and then he started screaming. He was frightened with this and attempted to fly again, so that he does not he was altogether scared, but he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise, exhausted. But he was so tired and so weak and felt hungry that he could not rise from that green sea. Exhausted by the strange exercise of soaring and flying in the air and slowly moving downwards, upwards. So he was all exhausted. Moreover, he was very hungry. His feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no further. And his feet sank into the green sea. He felt as if he would drown. He got afraid, but when the belly touched it, when the stomach touched the water, he sank no further. He was no more sinking anymore. He was not drowning. The fear had left. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and the beaks were offering him scrapes of dog dogfish. And then it was a joyous moment for the family with his brothers and sister along with parents. They come near him, encourage him, cheer him, praise him, and they're expressing this happiness by screaming. And then they offer this young seagull with the scraps of dogfish, that is, they offer him food. He had made his first flight, and this is how the young seagull successfully made his first flight.